Hey everybody, welcome to another DeLorean Tech Bring a Trailer live stream. So here we are with the one of my favorites actually. This is the this is a real life Hot Wheels DeLorean. So it's an 82. It's a manual car and overall the car looks pretty good. So if you were here for my live stream a few days ago, for that BAE turbocharged DeLorean. I talked a little bit about this one here. This is a Stage 2 DeLorean. It's only got 36,000 miles on it, original miles, VIN 10499. What I liked most about this car, though, is it was clearly inspired by this. So this is the this is the Hot Wheels DeLorean that sort of inspired this car here. So this is a 2014 Hot Wheels City DeLorean. It's got some of the red graphics on the hood and the side of the car, and yeah, it's actually a really cool car. Let me switch over so you guys can kind of see what this actually looks like. So I pulled up a few websites. So here's actually what the car is based on. So it's a pretty cool car. It's part of the here's the red version of it. There was actually two colors, a gray, kind of like a dark gray colored version, and also a red version. Okay, and here's kind of what the box art looks like. So you can tell that they definitely based the design, at least the graphics, on this car off of this one here. I thought that was a pretty cool touch, right? So the car itself is actually, it came out a little darker than I think they intended it to. As you can see by the artwork here, I don't think it was supposed to be as dark, the actual toy itself, as they intended. So, but this car over here, I'll bring a trailer, is absolutely inspired by that. So currently only 3 minutes to go. It's been sitting at 43,000 for a while now. Nice interior. It's got a here's a little. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. But there's actually the Hot Wheels car in here that it was inspired. I didn't notice that before. It's sitting here on the ashtray. So I like that shifter. That's pretty cool. It's got the shift plate there, and this whole thing looks like it's polished. So there's your Stage 2 motor. It's got all the Stage 2 stuff going on. It's got the cold air intake here. It's got some of Toby's plates going on as well. Ported and polished heads, camshaft with a Stage 2 profile. It's got dual cats and headers. It's got the new heat shield, the stainless steel muffler, all the bells and whistles that are associated with the Stage 2 upgrade. So there's your dual exhaust. Looks like it starts up pretty good. Now, if you were here for the last auction on Bing a Trailer, the BAE Turbo, that car was very original, with the exception of the turbocharger. Went for $88,888. So not sure if this will even come close to that. This one's still sitting at 43, I believe. I was always curious to see what the performance differences would be between a BAE Turbo and like a Stage 2 car. So let's see what we got here. Oh, it looks pretty nice. Looks like they sped up the video a little bit. A lot of photos. Still at 43 and only less than a minute to go. So if someone gets this car for 43,000, that's a pretty good deal, as far as I can tell. A lot of photos here. Looks like he might have, well, those aren't Toby's headlights, but those are definitely some aftermarket. He's got some LED stuff going on here too. That's kind of interesting here in the front indicators. Yeah, it's a very nice looking car. And like I mentioned in the last live stream, if you know me, you know I love Hot Wheels, especially Hot Wheels DeLoreans. So I've got this huge collection. I've been collecting Hot Wheels DeLoreans since the early 80s. Looks like we've got some bidding going on here. So we're at 43,250. So I've been collecting Hot Wheels DeLoreans since the Turismos. These guys came out back in the early 80s. So the Turismo, obviously based on Prototype 1 and not a production car. That's one of the reasons why they moved away from the actual DeLorean name. So here's the yellow version of that too. They had to do a couple little modifications. They had to get rid of the windows. They modified the rear end of it, and then they modified the grille as well. But it's essentially Prototype 1. So that was the first Hot Wheels quote-unquote DeLorean that came out. They couldn't market it as a DeLorean because they didn't end up getting the license. I think they were working out a deal with Matchbox at the time or something like that. And then it went over to those Pace Setters cars by Zilmex or Zymex. And that's this one you see here with the opening doors. This is a pretty cool one as well. Not Hot Wheels, but still pretty cool. You won't see another 1/64 scale die-cast vehicle with opening doors until I think it was, I don't know, when they did the Redline Club DeLorean Hot Wheels with the opening doors. That's the Manson Chung design. I think that was in 2012 or something like that. And then they did another one in 2019 as well for the Nationals convention. Those are both pretty cool. Anyway, so we're at 45,000. So we do have some bidding going on. So hopefully this will be exciting. I don't know if it will be as exciting as the Nick Reed car. That one's kind of set the bar pretty high. That was a very exciting auction. Ended up at, I think, 200 and I can't remember what it was, 43,000 or something like that for the Kia swapped twin turbo V6, Stinger V6. So we've got a couple bidders here. Jason's Show, and then this LVT 5015. So we've got a couple more, about a minute and a half left here. Now there was a website I found that I believe is this car. So this car was VIN, what did we say, it was 10499 or something like that, right? Yeah, 10499. So I found a website here called Recreating the Hot Wheels DeLorean. So and I just found this just like today, so I don't know if this is that car. It kind of looks like it. The faces are a little dark here. This might be another one. I don't know, but obviously, you know, if it is a different car here, then the idea obviously is not new, is not unique to this particular one here. But I thought this was kind of interesting. Again, I don't know if this is that car. It may or may not be. I think this is kind of cool. They actually have the little Hot Wheels car next to, just for scale, right? That's kind of cool. So this may as well be, actually, you know what? I think it is. If you look at the headlights are the same. So more than likely, this is the car. So let's zoom in on that. Yeah, definitely. Those headlights are definitely from this car here on Bring a Trailer. So there's this website that I thought was kind of cool. Looks like this was done back in 2015. So this was right after the 2014 Hot Wheels City car came out. So that's pretty cool. So let's see where we're at on this auction here. Wow, $46,000. Let's take a look at this car a little bit more here. Some of the photos. Let's take a look at, let's see if we can get some interior shots here. Here we go. Well, that's kind of cool. So interior looks pretty nice. Gray interior, manual. It's got a little bit of issues here. The front pillar. 35,745 miles. Binnacle's been covered here with some leather. I like these shift pedals. That's pretty cool. Looks like the original floor mats. Yeah, they're dirty enough to be called the original floor mats, I think. So the car has been driven a little bit. So 35,000 miles is not bad. So hopefully it's had some of the issues worked out because of that. I remember when I bought my car, it was at a little over 91,000 miles. And I was actually glad for it because that told me that the car had been gone through. We're at 47,250. So let's take a look at the interior here a little bit more. It's got a Kenwood head unit in there. I like this. This is cool. This is kind of what I did with mine. I took out the cigarette lighter and I kind of retro modded it so it's a USB charger now and a voltmeter, which actually I've used that quite a bit. Nice interior overall. Again, it's a stage 2 car, so you're talking about, I don't know what a stage 2 conversion runs now total. I thought it was like north of 10,000 to do the whole thing. It might even be more now. But the stage 2 performance, according to what I've read and talked to other owners about, and a good friend of mine, Gordon Carpenter, has a stage 2. It definitely improves the performance, right? So they do a lot of modifications. Those aggressive cams, for example. So it looks like it's got a bazooka bass tube or something right there with a Mr. Fusion logo on it. That's kind of neat. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's got the alarm siren in the frunk. There's the engine compartment. Still has the original fuel lines and stuff in here. Like I mentioned before, he did upgrade with some of Toby's engine, the throttle body cover and throttle spool cover. There you go. This is kind of cool. This is kind of like I don't know, that's a gunmetal, maybe to sort of try to match the Hot Wheels DeLorean itself. Although I still think that they probably weren't intending a darker finish on that Hot Wheels car. I think they wanted a lighter finish. It just didn't ended up that way. So, all right, let's see where we're at. 47,250. Oh, sold. All right. So it ended up going for a pretty good deal here, south of 50,000 bucks, which you don't see very common these days with DeLoreans, right? And this right now is currently the only DeLorean that was on Bring a Trailer here. This one and the other one that sold for 88,888. But 47,250 is a really good deal, at least in today's world, right? So these cars have been selling for well north of 50,000 consistently all throughout last year. And towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, you're seeing a lot. Obviously, with Nick Reed's car, and there was a time machine or two that sold for north of 100,000 as well. Johnny Carson's car, I think that sold for 110 or something like that. But 47,250 is a really good deal, I think, on a car like this. Obviously, it's had some customization stuff, but nothing that I would consider invasive. Like the graphics and stuff, obviously that's pretty, if somebody just wanted a stock DeLorean, they didn't want anything extra, you could always remove this stuff. It does look like he removed the side stripping here. That was probably because he didn't want this whole side area to look busy, and also probably to match that Hot Wheels car. But it actually looks kind of clean. I didn't notice that at first, but he did get rid of the side strip here, that plastic strip that goes along the side. So congratulations to the winner. Let's see who the winner was. So he's got a lot of documentation on it here, so that's kind of cool. So let's see, Jeremy McKinney. So he wasn't one of the Jason Show. He was one of the bidders as well here. So Jeremy McKinney came in and put in a bid at the last minute here. Looks like at 12:54 p.m. So just about 5 minutes ago came in. So you can see the bid history right here. 47,250. That's a good deal. Not bad at all. And the car obviously has some popularity on social media with that website. So it's a well-known vehicle. It's probably, at least I've never seen a Hot Wheels inspired DeLorean, at least not to this magnitude, where they really tried to make it look like this car right here, right? Obviously the wheels, that's just something you can't do, but you know, Hot Wheels with their DeLoreans, all the DeLoreans have these huge wheels on them now, right? Even the time machines have these kind of these really fancy looking oversized wheels. But the car is very clean. Look at that undercarriage. That's pretty nice here. You can see the dual cats from the stage 1, stage 2 system, the dual headers. Here's your muffler. It looks like it's probably a Gen 1, stage 1 exhaust muffler here, which they sound just as good, right? I know the current Gen 2 is a little quieter. They also sound really, really nice, but these original Gen 1s, those are pretty loud, pretty aggressive sounding. So depending on how far back the stage 2 engine conversion was done, I know that there was some more aggressive cams that they used at one point, and one of those stage 2 conversions was done on a car I drove last year. It was Don Stager's DMC tech car that had the really aggressive, what they call the crazy cams in it, and that car was pretty fast. Now it also had an EFI and a bunch of other stuff too, so it was very customized, but I can tell you that it made a huge difference, that stage 2 conversion. And that was really all they did. They had the stage 2 on that one and the EFI, and the car was quite a bit faster than mine. So here's more shots of the undercarriage here. So this is pretty cool. It's very clean looking. So he's got a lot of, looks like some inspections and stuff. This might be the original paperwork. Oh, DeLorean Service Northwest invoices. So it looks like some of the work was done by Toby. So you can see what was done here. So a lot of maintenance. Obviously, it was in good hands up at DeLorean Motor Company Northwest, DMC, or DeLorean Service Northwest as well. So these were probably done a while back. So 2019, some maintenance done in 2019. 2016 here. This is back when they were part of DeLorean Motor Company. So a lot of invoices. Oh, DeLorean Industries. So he's got, the rock screen, the stainless rock screen. Okay. What else? Okay, a lot of other stuff. So he's done some stuff here. Comes with some brochures. Those are always great to see. I know my car came with a bunch of books and binders and brochures and all sorts of stuff, right? It came with just a bunch of different things that I was very glad to have received with the car. Look at this, DeLorean 1. So the car was serviced by DeLorean 1, just like my car, which is, again, not a bad thing. I'm assuming they got the workshop manual because they did business with DeLorean 1 back in the day. We know DeLorean 1, Ed Bernstein, right? So, but they were very meticulous and very particular about the DeLoreans that they serviced. And I think they a lot of emphasis on quality, but then they also sort of blacklisted a lot of owners, right? A lot of owners couldn't actually get their car serviced by DeLorean 1, unfortunately. Well, those days are long gone. Here's the VIN plate. 10499. It's a December 81 build. So those original, well, they look like original fuel lines. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember seeing these numbers on mine, but then it's been a while since I replaced mine. These look like the original ones. that might look like it was replaced. The AC compressor. Okay, so we've seen these photos before. Congrats. Can't type. To the winner. I think that's how you spell his name. Yep. Ah, there we go. Awesome. Signed, sealed, delivered. Well, hopefully he enjoys the car. I know I would. I mean, I would probably, if I were to get that DeLorean, I would definitely keep it the way they sort of customized it. I really do like I said, Hot Wheels DeLoreans, right? I keep repeating myself, but I thought they did it. It's very tasteful. So if you're familiar with the wide stripe kits, this is kind of basically what that is. It doesn't carry across here on the front fender, the very forward part of that front fender, but that could be because they tried to base it on the Hot Wheels car. So yeah, very nice car. Washington. So it was probably Toby is probably very familiar with this car. I'm assuming he's probably seen it a few times here and there, right? With all the work, I like the suspension. It looks like it's proper with the car. It's not. Obviously, this is not the original factory suspension. I don't know what suspension um, this car has. Let's see what they say here. It very well may be the Eibach suspension with, maybe the Avos. I don't know, but let's see if we can read and find out what suspension this has on it. I don't know if it actually says it or not, but if we look at some of the undercarriage photos here, we might be able to identify, as I thought I saw some suspension. Oh, look at that. I think it's a DPI suspension. Those look like QA1s, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've seen. And I've seen a few cars with the QA1 coilovers. Those look like QA1s to me. Well, I can't tell, honestly. They may be something else. Actually, you know what? No, I don't think those are. Or maybe they are. Drop a comment down below and let me know if these are QA1s or not. I can't tell. And I'm thinking of the color. The color looks like they're QA1. Let's see if we have some shots of the front. That might help too. No, those are not. What I think we have going on here is, because you can tell the suspension in the front, those coils are sitting on top of that lower control arm, and they're not coil overs, as it were. So this could be these could be the I don't know if these are the Avos. Maybe they had them painted. Those springs could have had those custom painted as well. So this could be the Avo setup. I don't know. I have the KW, so I know a few other owners who have the Eibach Avo setup, DPI's coilovers, the spec QA1s. But these are probably the Avos. I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe just painted, or maybe a different brand. Who knows? But the suspension looks good. The ride height. Oh, here we go. So yeah, those are probably the Eibach springs. That's what it looks like. And these shocks in here, can't really tell what those are. But yeah, these are definitely not the QA ones like I thought. So anyway. So very nice looking ride height, very nice stance on this car here. Yeah, very nice. It's got a nice look. So I think they really captured the look of that Hot Wheels DeLorean. So these headlights here are very interesting. I would have thought that they were Toby's, but upon looking at them, they're absolutely not Toby's. Toby uses the Hella lights, the Hella housings. Um, these are not that. This is interesting. He's got like looks like an LED panel or something going on the inside here of these. So that looks kind of cool. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. The fascias are a little darker. I think that's kind of cool. Again, probably to match the actual Hot Wheels diecast car itself. So overall, 47.5. It's a smoking deal. I'm actually pretty surprised it went for that low. Um, but there you have it. So, well, hope you enjoyed the live stream. There are no DeLoreans on Bring a Trailer currently, so I don't know when the next live stream will be, but hopefully soon. These are always pretty exciting, especially when you have a little bidding war at the end or a big bidding war. That's kind of ideal. That's what we like to see. So, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and once again, thanks for watching.